So number 9 then, from the 2022 mechanics paper here, 6 marks for volume of revolution. And that's what you've got to do. You've just to find the exact volume of this solid here, which was formed by rotating this curve, given by this equation, 6x over 3x cubed minus 1, 360 degrees, 2 pi radians about the x-axis. Now to find the exact value. Well, the volume will be, it's just the volume of lots of cylinders, pi r squared h. So it's pi, and the radius would be y coordinates, so y squared, and each little disk is a dx. So that's what you're working out. So let's just put that in. So it's going to be pi times, and you're going from 1 to 2, of this 6x upon 3x cubed minus 1 squared. Probably wasted space putting that down. I should just have put the square down. So what's that then? Pi times the integral from 1 to 2 of 36x squared over, just have to leave the bottom part, don't want to expand that, minus 1 squared dx. In fact, you get 2 marks for doing this. So it's for knowing the formula and beginning to substitute, it says, don't know what that means. And then finishing off, maybe it means that this line here, where you substitute that and then square it. But anyway, there's 2 marks for getting to this line. Now that's a bit of a jumble, but it gives you a clue. You're going to use a substitution. You're going to use, it says, let u equal, and I've forgotten, well, you don't need to be told, do you? Because it's the more complicated part. It must be the content of this bracket. It must be 3x cubed minus 1. Now, so what's that? So du will be, now the derivative of that is 9x squared just, dx. Now, is this going to be messy or not? If you can find a 9x squared, because the bottom bit's sorted, because that's just you did that deliberately. It's this top bit that might be messy. But if that's here, then it's all just straightforward, and it is, look. I've got 4 of them there, so I can just do it in a straightforward, clean way. Now, you could do that, you could do the substitution, integrate it, and then use this to change it back into x's if you wanted to still use the 1 and the 2. But if you're going to this trouble to change it, why not change the limits as well? So when x is 1, that means that u will be, I'll just put the working down, 3 times the 1 cubed minus 1. Well, that's 3 minus 1 is 2. And when x is 2, that means that u will be 3 times the 2 squared cubed minus 1, which is 3 8s are 24, 23. Now this is simple enough, I could just put it down straight away. So I've got pi times, my new limits are 2 to 23. The bottom part just changed into a u squared, and the top part, a 9x squared dx, I just about had that, but I've got 4 times it, so it's 4 du. Now there was a mark for that, there was a mark for the limits, and there was a mark for putting it in there. So last mark's just going to be for getting the exact value. Right, well that 4 can pop out, so I've got 4 pi. So you're just left with 1 over u squared. Now you could do that yourself, you could rewrite that as u to the negative 2, and then go to, that must be u to the negative 1 divided by negative 1. Or you could just think, you're 2 below, if you integrate it, you'll build it up, it'll go to 1 below, but that power's a negative 1, so I'll need to divide by that negative 1, so I'll have to put a minus at the front here, from 2 to 23. Or you could incorporate that minus just by doing that subtraction the other way around. So you've got minus 4 pi times 1 over 23 minus 1 upon 2, which of course will be negative, or you could have incorporated it, putting it the other way around. Maybe I will just do that. So I've got 4 pi times, now I'm just going to do this the other way around then. So it says exact values, you just got to do it all. Common denominator 46, which is quite handy, because it'll just be the same numbers on top. So I'll need 2 of them, but I'm doing it backwards. Hope that's not confusing, because I've just used that negative to do them backwards. So in the end, what have you got? Well, that's 21. This part will cancel. So that'll be down to 23. The top there's 21. I've still got a factor of 2 here. So that goes to 42. So I've got 42 upon 23 pi units cubed for that mark.